don't know who's banging on my door, but if I don't do something soon, they're definitely going to break it down and come after me.
Open up. I know you're in there. Please, I don't want to hurt you. I'm telling you, open up. Open up.
Story time about how opening the door to a stranger in the middle of the night ended up saving a life, and not mine. I've lived alone for 4 years since I finished my nursing degree. I'm used to work really long shifts at the hospital. So I haven't had the chance to meet my neighbors because I'm never at home. It's not that I don't like them, it's just that I always come home super late and exhausted. My only neighbor I do recognize is Juno, the German Shepherd who sleeps on the rooftop of my building, where I go to take a breather when I'm stressed out, which is almost all the time. But it's normal for me to pull double shifts sometimes, meaning I don't even get home at a decent hour to sleep. That's why hardly anyone knows I live there, except for my parents and my ex-boyfriend Roger. He was the only one who knew what I did and where I went. A bit toxic, but since we had fought that afternoon, it's not you, it's me.
What the hell are you talking about?
Okay, never mind. It is you.
You can't do this to me. Don't you know what I'm capable of?
I need time to think things through.
Think about what?
Actually, never mind. I don't want anything anymore. Hope you have a nice life. Bye. Of course, he wasn't going to understand, so I figured he was the main suspect for what happened that night. The strange noises started around 2 a.m. I was dead tired when I came in, so I didn't notice anything odd. I just wanted to sleep. I followed my usual night routine, took off my work clothes, took a hot bath to relax the body, heated my dinner in the microwave, and watched my favorite YouTube channel. I wanted to call my mom, but I couldn't find my phone anywhere. Can't believe it! I'm such an idiot. I probably left it in the hospital. I'm not that dependent on my cell phone, which always bothered my ex a lot. Another red flag. But I thought it was a great chance to disconnect a bit and focus on myself, so I didn't worry about it. Until a strange noise disrupted my almost perfect and romantic night for myself. The noises, I decided to ignore them and just turned up the volume of my favorite show. No one in the world is as heavy sleeper as me. But just when I was having the best dream about meeting a rich and handsome old man who was telling me to stop working so hard because he would take care of me, I heard noises again. This time, it was clearly someone knocking on the door very loudly and insistently, as if they were sure I would open. But why? It was very strange, because I never received visitors, especially not at 2 in the morning. I swear the only suspect I imagined visiting me so aggressively and at that hour was Roger. He sure was angry because of our breakup. We had a very intense relationship, but sometimes he acted weird, and I heard that he had done horrible things as a kid, like hurting animals and playing with fire. Since I didn't have my phone, I thought it was him. But no. I had never seen that man in my life, but he seemed very disturbed and definitely looked bigger and stronger than me, so I got scared. I knew I couldn't defend myself alone, so I ran to the window to see if I could spot a cop to ask for help in case I needed help. But the street was completely empty, except for a mysterious truck that had been parked outside the building for weeks. What the heck? What is he doing? It can't be. Only a few seconds had passed, and the guy was already downstairs, running with a small girl in his arms. Yeah, I started to panic. I had no way out. There was no cops nearby, and couldn't call anyone for help because I didn't have my phone. I didn't know what he planned to do to that poor little girl, but at least I'm back looking for me. Too bad I'm not that lucky. And apparently, the truck wouldn't start. The guy had come back into the building, and I couldn't think of anything else but to ask for help from the only neighbor who could defend me at that moment, Juno. There was no way to go down the stairs that connect my floor with the upstairs neighbors, but I could go up, so I did it, scared to death. Since no one was home, I freed him from the chain they always keep him on and carried him in my arms to my apartment. I felt immediately safer. Don't make any noise, Juno. I don't want him to know I'm not alone. Okay, I went back to look through the peephole, and there he was again. But this time, he was even kicking the door desperately and seemed to have tears in his eyes. Even with Juno with me, I was scared to open up, so I stepped back. About 5 minutes passed, and he was still insisting. I didn't know what to think anymore.
Open up, please. It's urgent. Come on.
I was very confused and scared. I could only imagine what he might have been doing to that poor innocent girl. All I could wonder was, why are there so many bad people in the world? Juno, if he knocks again, you'll be a good boy and attack him brutally and deadly when I count to 3, okay? 1, 2, 3. When I opened the door, I couldn't believe what was in front of me.
Neighbor, please help me. My daughter isn't breathing.
The mysterious man told me he had been renting his apartment for a few months. That explains why I had never seen him. He's a divorced father, so his daughter stays with him only on Saturdays, and he returns her to her mother the next day. That night, father and daughter decided to break the rules a bit and stay up late.
Daddy, what if we stay up watching movies?
Sure, princess, but you have to take a bath first, and it's already past midnight.
Okay, but can you fill the bathtub?
I heated the tub and put soap, shampoo, and all her toys nearby. She's 6 years old, so I thought she wouldn't need my help. And I made the worst mistake a parent can make when they're in charge of their child.
You left her alone?
Yes, and I think she choked on one of her toys, or maybe she swallowed water. She just turned purple and I panicked.
Why didn't you call an ambulance? You shouldn't have waited so long.
I don't want her mother to find out.
You drowned your daughter. She has to know.
No, you don't understand. Since we separated, it's been a nightmare fighting to see Nicole at least one afternoon a week. If I fight with Monica, she'll take her away forever. She's already moved on and wants to move out of the country with her new husband. I'm terrified of giving her another reason to take Nicole with her. I heard you worked in a hospital or something, so I thought of running up to ask for your help, so here I am. I know it scared you to see me shirtless, but I wrapped her in it because I couldn't find any towels. When I realized that you just weren't willing to open the door, I took her to the truck, resigned to take her to a hospital even if Monica found out. But unfortunately, it wouldn't start, and now I don't know what to do.
Okay, calm down. Help me get her on the couch. Everything's going to be fine. Relax.
Save her, please. She's the most important thing in my life.
Several minutes passed, and despite my efforts to revive her, it wasn't working. But if I've learned something in my career, it's that hope is the last thing to die. I made the little girl some hot chocolate while she recovered from the scare and a coffee for her poor father, who couldn't stop hugging her and thanking me with tears in his eyes. Sorry for misjudging you. I thought you were a dangerous man and feared for my life.
Don't worry, I'm sorry for the scare. I'll be eternally in debt to you and your dog. You need something, just call me.
My dog? Oh no, Juno belongs to my neighbor. I borrowed him for a bit so I wouldn't be alone.
You're right. There are a lot of crazies out there, and he would be an excellent bodyguard. Besides, he seems to like you.
I told Ernest not to worry, and that his secret would be safe with me as long as he didn't tell anyone that I lived alone. But that gave me an idea. Hello! Is this the owner of the dog on the next floor?
Juno? Oh yes, what did that mangy dog do?
Nothing. I just came for you to say goodbye to him if you don't want me to report you for animal abuse.
Okay, take care.
Don't get me wrong, girls. I don't recommend opening the door to strangers in the middle of the night, but definitely doing it on that occasion saved a life and changed mine.